Hello, I'm Colette Wong, and welcome to SGTech's Global Future Series. In this second episode, we're focusing on digitalization. And joining us today is SGTech executive Yen Cheong. Now, Yen, Singapore prides itself on being a modern and technologically advanced nation state. How important is digitalization to our economic and trading profile?
Super important. Well, I think we have actually literally experienced the whole COVID era. In spite of COVID, but if you look at what had happened in COVID, had we not started that journey already, being a digital nation, it would have been even more challenging for all of us. And certainly the acceleration and also the ability to actually get back to business as usual or as usual as possible during COVID certainly has highlighted this really super importance for us to continue to digitalize as a nation, to continue to look at areas to harness digitalization for the best of our businesses.
And we're not talking about digital transformation, which is going to be the subject of our next episode. There is a subtle difference, isn't there?
Yes, there is. When we talk about digitalization, we're really referring to a process that has been integrated. So there might be different areas, of the workplace that has actually been digitized, and then they're actually connected so that they're actually into an integrated workflow. Right? And what I meant by digitize is when we talk about, for example, just moving from physical invoices to e-invoices, that is actually digitizing that part of the business endeavor. But the digitalization is integrated of the whole.
This kind of leads me on to my next question. And to what extent does digitalization help our transition to a greener economy?
Well, just following on my example earlier, the very fact that we can actually use less paper, that's already quite green. The very fact that if by not having a physical exchange of goods and products that's required for that process means that there's less courier on the streets. That also means that there's less travel, so there's less carbon emissions. So I think some of these are perhaps a little subtle or perhaps indirect, but they're all contributing to the green economy. So how do we actually make use of digital or digitalization to save on basically efficiency in whether it's power, whether it is the kind of mode of transport, and certainly in terms of even the time spent by people to actually process this, and that is exactly how it will actually add to greening our economy.
Fantastic. So tell us, how can membership with SGTech assist businesses in getting it right on their digitalization journey?
Well, firstly, in SGTech, we're a community of companies. So we have companies that are actually solutions and tech solutions and service providers themselves. We have companies who are actually end users. And we're also companies who are also consultants and part of that supply chain. So I would say that if you want to actually be part of the digital journey and also be supported in that digital journey, the best part is to be part of this community. So this is where we have members helping members. And I think this is going to be a case whereby we know that it's actually not it's not a sprint, it's a marathon.
That sounds wonderful. Yen, once again, thank you. We'll talk again soon. We'll also hear more on digitalization from SGTech Chair Wong Wai Ming later in this episode. Connecting governments and businesses to ensure optimal trade flows has always been a challenge. The interaction of shipping, port operations, suppliers, logistics, and government agencies means a global network of stakeholders. Crimson Logic has been at the forefront of pioneering digital solutions to address these supply chain challenges.
This is the heart of where our operations takes place, right here in Singapore, the world's busiest transshipment hub.
Efficiency in the clearance of cross-border goods is especially important for busy trade hubs. That efficiency is being transformed by digitalization.
Typically, on average, one single submission would require 4 to 35 documents, and the time needed to process each of these documents would require an average of 2 to 7 days. That is very highly inefficient. That's recurring to just per shipment. So to top it all off, when these documentation were based on paper and including the signatures as well, it led to the possibilities of fraud, security concerns, ultimately resulting in financial risks to the authorities.
Crimson Logic developed the world's first electronic single window system to tackle those risks head on. Created in Singapore, TradeNet leverages technology to reduce documentation costs, enhance processing speed, and foster operational efficiency and transparency.
Think of it as a one-stop document portal where companies submit a single document and the documents get automatically routed to the necessary authorities for the processing of all these documents and regulations. We have seen improvement in terms of the accuracy and the conciseness of the documentation that has led to reductions in terms of errors. Every single application and every submission requires an average of 2 to 7 days. And in the case of the Singapore TradeNet, we were able to drastically reduce that down to less than a minute for transactions to be automatically approved. Also led to the possibility of reduction in terms of processing costs in the magnitude of at least 50%.
With such substantial improvements, it's no wonder that Crimson Logic's system has now been successfully implemented in more than 22 countries across several continents. Djibouti is one of the countries that has replaced its manual processes with a more efficient online port management system.
Djibouti overall tries to add its service offering in terms of port and maritime services and logistics services all the time to suit the changing dynamics of the region. Djibouti, we tend to be affected by the changes that are happening throughout the world. Digitalisation, it has enabled us to provide this transparency in a relatively obscure corner of the world, especially in terms of data. So this enables the customers to trust us more as they can see what is happening with their cargo at all times, and they can themselves take the appropriate decisions on time.
那我们上海一通和精神逻辑呢，就是在合作的一个具体的项目，就是我们叫一次申报双边通关这样的一个项目，其实是利用了双方电子口岸的这个数据的互联互通来促进整个新加坡的进出口企业以及中国的进出口企业的双方口岸的这样一个通关便利进而来促进双方企业的这样一个贸易便利化。
We cross the border over 500 times a day on our trucks. So we are one of North America's largest cross-border truckload provider. One of the most valuable things that Crimson Logic brought to the table is their API integration, but most importantly, their ability to adapt to our specific workflow needs, that we're able to come in somewhat competitive and be able to be affordable. As you know, in our space, it's not really like we have a lot of margin in these loads. And so they came in and really helped us drive that home.
Crimson Logic has branded these end-to-end value chain solutions as Total Trade.
With our 35 years of experience in government-centric trade facilitation and compliance, we want to be able to evolve and grow our space into the B2B space, where we believe that these experiences will allow us to carve out equally compelling solutions that can help to realize and add value to businesses around the world. And in doing so, we aspire to make the world a better place and a world without digital boundaries.
Digitalization can be a giant step for any organization, and SGTech has been busy providing support to members, helping them navigate and adapt to new technologies. Here are some insights from the senior team.
This is where SGTech can play a role to educate how, in the most basic form, AI can be implemented to achieve maximum results and impact for the productivity, efficiency of the SME.
They have also access to workshops, to expertise, industry experts that they can seek advice from. And the outcome of this is really that they understand where they are in terms of their digital journey, how mature they are, and what the steps they need to take in order for them to move to where they want to be in that journey.
One of the things that I think is very important as well is that the tools that we provide the SMEs would help them communicate to the different levels within the organization. So, management down to the mid-tier employees and so on, they all see things in a different way. And the tools aim to actually bring out these feedback in a very constructive way and to ensure that communication can be disseminated across the organization.
Ultimately, SGTech is there because of our breadth of participants, our breadth of members within the technology sphere, we can come together and work together with end users, SMEs, to make this a success.
I think the most important thing for any organization when they're executing their digital plan is to make sure that they remain flexible and agile, because you will come across roadblocks, you will come across road bumps. And what's more important is that you remain flexible to be able to course correct, to make adjustments to your plan. And if you're able to do so, and with what we provide with the DT SME program, you're well on your way.
Companies have now started working together, sharing their journey, and that's very important to help each other on pain points, what they're going through, and to share ideas. And as a result, organizations that have been part of the community in this program have been able to come together and think of creative ways to help solve each other's problems. And that, I think, is a great start to building a stronger, basically, community and economy together.
The challenge of improving efficiency in day-to-day operations while adapting new technology can be daunting, with sometimes the fear of technology replacing the workforce. Rico Singapore has positioned itself to help lead companies through this ever-evolving digital landscape.
A lot of people have this perspective of implementing automation technology is replacing people and human labor. But in fact, it's not. Implementing automation, it means using tools, using such digital technologies to do repetitive tasks or tasks that can be done by humans from step 1 to step 10, day in, day out.
The future of work is now. For companies of any size, embracing the latest digital transformation solutions can create a world of opportunities.
The greatest asset of any organization are its employee. So they are your brand ambassador. They are, in fact, your face of the company. This is why in Rico, we focus on human-centric solutions.
There are 3 phases in the digital transformation journey: digitization, digitalization, and digital transformation. One industry with complex digital needs is education, and MindChamp Singapore embraces all 3 phases of the digital transformation journey, from teaching support to admin and security.
In a center like this, especially for the security of our children and safety of our children, it is critical to have a support system or IT system that is able to capture the needs of our children, and then there's also the safety for our children as well. From laptops to copiers to CCTVs, access cards, door systems, security, you name it, they pretty much can manage and provide us the solution that we need.
In the learning environment, air purification systems protect the children's health, while AV management contributes to interactive education. Security systems are monitored, keeping a record of who's in the building at any one time. Rico integrates a range of hardware and software options into its ecosystem. Their marketing team says with so many digital transformation options, it's important to help businesses clarify their needs, to cut through the noise, and find out exactly what's out there to help.
For Rico, we want to cut across this noise and bring clarity so that our customers can get to know us better, and we can help customers to design solutions that fits their businesses and help them to grow their business.
The Rico board game, Get Your Game On, is used to demonstrate in a fun way how Rico's expertise and services will support companies in the digital workplace.
In Rico, we have the 4 pillars. So we have the hybrid workplace, we have our digital automation and workflow, and then we have our cloud and IT plus cybersecurity.
Rico spaces are physical pods for distancing and privacy. It is a software that supports the hybrid workplace pillar.
Rico cloud-based solution empowers users to basically work from anywhere. You do not need to be in the office to fulfill your work. You could be in the cafes or be at home. They have the ability to use from their mobile phones, for example, reserving an office desk or even a meeting room.
Digital automation and cybersecurity solutions are also accessible through the cloud, improving efficiency and managing the threat of cyber attacks from anywhere. Bringing agility to workflows, all of these software solutions enable company-wide management, from the point the company takes that first step of digitizing data. As the suite of digital workplace solutions evolves for any type of business in Singapore and beyond, Rico aims to strengthen the bridge between organizations and technology.
Our aim is to take away some of the complexities from customers, such as removing manual tasks, mundane routine tasks, trying to automate for them so that they can channel their effort into their core competencies.
Mindset is when we have to be willing to accept that the tools are available. We have to learn these tools. We have to make sure that these tools help us work faster, smarter. The tool set is to be able to identify what is out there in the market. What are the tools available to help us work faster and smarter? And the skill set is then knowing how to use these tools.
Joining us once again is SGTech Chair Wong Wai Ming. Wai Ming, how does Singapore compare with the rest of the world when it comes to digitalization?
Oh, we are looking good. Just that I believe this is going to be another level of transformation we need. Go deeper, deliver real core value, which is to look into a couple of areas. First is vertical digital integration within industries themselves. And at the same time, cross-industry, how we do horizontal ecosystem level digital collaborations. And you have to look into also cross-border, regional, global collaboration and interoperability.
So if you're doing business in Singapore or globally, is there an expectation that organizations will have a level of digitalization? And do you run the risk of being sidelined without it?
I will not say it's an expectation, but if you can't even leverage technology to deliver the efficiency and productivity against your competition, and they are able to leverage tech to deliver the business cheaper, better, faster, and smarter than you, then they're going to outcompete you.
Are there pitfalls, though, if you go about digitalization the wrong way? And do you have any advice?
I would say doing something is better than doing nothing. Hold back, wait, and panic later, probably not a good strategy. Simple advice will be, really start off being very clear about your objectives and also the outcome you desire. Take a more agile approach, small little steps, and measure, learn, and adapt as necessary.
Well, that sounds like excellent advice. Once again, Wai Ming, thank you so much for joining us. These may be challenging times, but they are certainly full of opportunity. Here's a report on industry leaders focused on positive change.
Technology continues to change the way that companies operate. But undergoing a digital transformation can be a tricky process. The right equipment is required, with reliable and stable tech a must. And IT operations need to be streamlined to improve efficiency. To ensure this digital transformation is as painless as possible, Alcatel-Lucent Enterprise delivers customized technology experiences to clients in over 50 countries.
We are providing digital age communication and networking solution. We do that in the cloud, on-prem or in hybrid mode. We provide these services for our government agencies, for the education sector, for energy utilities, transportation, hospitality, and the healthcare sector.
Here in Singapore, one of ALE's end customers is the Singapore University of Technology and Design. Their campus contains some unique history. This is one of 4 ancient timber structures donated by the film star Jackie Chan. Whilst these buildings date back some 450 years, nowadays the campus takes a much more modern approach.
Today, SUTD is one of the most innovative universities in the world, incorporating the concepts of technology and design. I think it's important that we are able to build and create a campus or environment that is fast and secure, that we are able to then provide our students with a better education experience.
The university has created an intelligent campus, and innovation is everywhere you look. This is Singapore's first artificial intelligence convenience store. Entry is via an app, and there's no staff or queues. You simply pick up your goods and go. Partnering with ALE has helped the university to make the best use of technology.
ALE has assisted by providing fast and high performance network and Wi-Fi solution to enable SUTD to build a campus network that is fast, secure, reliable. It then enhances the learning for our students and also improve the efficiency and productivity of our staff and researcher in carrying out their respective work.
To make these business relationships work, ALE partners with numerous companies. One of them is Nera Telecommunications, and the pair have a long-standing relationship.
Nera is a solution integrator that we specialize in network infrastructure, cybersecurity, and managed services. ALE network infrastructures are tailored to operate in vertical industry that our clients are in. Our partnership enables us to offer a comprehensive approach to connectivities that not only helps our customers to better navigate their businesses and operation day to day, but also accelerating their growth momentum.
Given ALE's varied network of clients, it's crucial that they can deliver services that fit seamlessly into existing frameworks.
We see our role as being a vital part of the end-to-end customer solution. That means we need to deliver solutions that are easy to integrate with and that are fully open. That means that we are in fact working with the ecosystem partners of our customers. That's facilitate in fact the integration and make it much more simpler. We of course also make sure that we are compliant with all the necessary regulations. Of course, cybersecurity is one of them.
And it's this approach that ensures that ALE can help any customer to undergo their own digital transformation.
And that wraps up our episode on digitalization. You can watch and share this and all 6 episodes of Global Future by going to the SGTech website. The latest news in digital transformation in our next episode.